Hallo liebe Zuschauer, ich bin Lisa und arbeite...
Hello dear viewers, I'm Lisa and I work at VAUDE as a product manager in the bike clothing division, and today I'm presenting our new seat pad concept which will be available for you from the summer 2024 and will be widely used in our collection. Now you may be wondering, there are actually already thousands of seat pads on the market, and what makes our new concept so special? First of all, it is important to know that seat pads fulfill three major functions. Firstly, they give you comfort. Then, if you choose the right pad, it will affect your performance, and last but not least, it is also important when it comes to avoiding injuries, preventing injuries, especially in the crotch area, when it comes to skin irritation. For us at VAUDE, comfort is the top priority, and if we bring this to the highest possible level, then the other 2 points will automatically adapt and improve. Under the motto "No butt for your butt," we have now developed 3 seat pads for you that no longer differ from each other in terms of their load duration like conventional seat pads, but now differ in terms of gender, meaning we have developed each of the 3 seat pads once for men and once for women. They therefore differ in their geometry, length and width. Then we also differentiate according to riding position, meaning are you more upright on the bike or very sporty in a slightly more bent forward position. And last but not least, we differentiate between the surface you are riding on, meaning are you a mountain biker and riding on gravel, or are you a road cyclist and riding on a normal tarmac road. As a guide to help you choose your new seat pad, we have a nice seat pad graphic or flower for you, which I will now use to introduce you to the individual seat pads step by step. First of all, we have our trail and travel pad in blue. This is suitable for anyone who sits in a very upright position on the bike and goes on rides such as bike touring. And this lovely soft seat pad simply adapts perfectly to your body shape and offers you comfort all the time, even if you keep your cycling shorts on when you make a quick stop at a cafe. Our T-pad is our 2-layer seat pad. We have our top layer, also known as the comfort layer, in the upper layer. Incidentally, this is the same for all 3 seat pads. We have a composite of recycled polyamide and elastane at the top and a small foam layer underneath. At the very bottom of the seat pad we have the performance layer. This absorbs the load and is then responsible for cushioning. We also have so-called wings on the sides of all 3 seat pads. These are responsible for ensuring that we have a nice transition area between the crotch area and the thigh. This minimizes friction and also prevents injury or skin irritation in the crotch area. Then we have our 2 seat pads for the more sporty rider, shown here in red and green. Here we also have the special feature that both seat pads are perforated on the surface and slightly roughened. Why? This gives us better moisture management, and any sweat that may occur is wicked away from the body more quickly. Our road pad is our thinnest seat pad with a thickness of 12 millimeters and is suitable for anyone who adopts a very sporty position on the bike, meaning bends very far forward, and are riding a classic road bike on a paved road. The road pad now even has a 3-layer construction. In addition to the top layer at the very top, we have a performance layer in the middle, which has a pressure compensating effect, and at the very bottom we have a high-density core. This high-density core is simply very hard and stable and gives the rider a direct feeling of control and stability, and you simply have the feeling that you can feel the road underneath you. Last but not least, we now have our X-pad or cross pad in the green circle with a thickness of 15 millimeters, and this is just right for you if you are sitting very sportily on the bike, leaning forward, as with the road pad, but we are now on a different riding surface, namely gravel. In other words, if you are now riding a mountain bike, gravel or cross-country, then this seat pad is just right for you. The cross pad is our most elaborate seat pad, and we have 4 layers here. The special feature here is that we have a so-called performance insert in the middle, made of elastic TPU, and if you look closely, you can see that the structure of the performance insert looks very grid-like. Why is that? When riding a mountain bike or gravel bike, there are simply much more shear forces acting on the rider than when riding a classic road bike on a tarred road due to the uneven surface, and this would require a layer that can compensate for this. In other words, it first deforms and then adapts to your body or your movement in a second step. Nevertheless, we also found during our research that everyone simply has very individual preferences. This means that if you are a gravel bike rider, you can use the road pad or the cross pad, as you can see in the seat pad flower. And the rider can then simply decide whether he or she tends to ride more often on a smooth tarred road and therefore goes for the road pad, or whether he or she rides more often on a gravel-like surface and then uses the cross pad. Our new seat pad concept works so well and, above all, provides added value because we now differentiate according to gender, riding position and riding surface. This means that whether we're out on the road for 30 minutes or 10 hours in our new cycling shorts doesn't matter to us and is simply a prerequisite for it to work well. What we want to tell you in any case, and this is very important, is that every seat pad absorbs best in its individual area of application. This means that it doesn't depend on the thickness of the seat pad and whether it provides you with better or worse comfort, but is adapted to your individual area of application. Why did we go to all this trouble and spend countless hours in the test lab? We wanted to help our customers increase their comfort and take it to the highest possible level. We wanted to improve their performance and power, and last but not least, we wanted to help them prevent injuries in the crotch area. That's it from me with the new seat pad concept from VAUDE. I hope you enjoy your cycling and thank you for listening to me.